Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I want to work on the jelly plate. Now, this is one of the other requests I get so very much. But what I'm going to do today, before I get into doing the jelly plate, is I was sitting thinking, I'm like, I wonder if these distressed oxides, or even, whatever kind of ink pad that you have, would work on the jelly plate to give us almost a watercolor effect, because we know that watercolor doesn't necessarily work on the jelly plate. You can get it to work if you mix it with some Mod Podge or some sort of glazing medium or something like that. But, I'm just curious you know, if it'll work. So we're going to try it. So all I have is a very dirty, because I'm a dirty girl. I got a dirty jelly plate and I just have some printer paper. Let me tell you something. Go to your Walmart or local Staples office store, whatever, and buy a pack of what's it called? Printer paper. They always have it on sale. A big old like 500 thing. Get it for a few bucks, and you have paper to do a million things. You can make your an art journal from it. You can just do art on it. You can do your jelly printing, because we're going to make mixed media background papers. Do that, or you know what? Go to your local craft store. Use your coupon. Sometimes they have 55% off, but they always have 40. And go get your paper from there and get your cardstock. Um, Fantastic. You get a nice big pack of cardstock. You can get white or whatever color you want and use that. A lot of fun. But right now, it's dirty underneath. God only knows what I had on there, but we're going to use this side. So, what we're going to do first is I'm going to go dry. Now, like your jelly plates, it's not sticky, but it's a little bit tacky. If you've been using it, no big deal. And we're just going to play. I just need a little drink because. Okay, so I'm going to take, I'm very disorganized today. Let's take some purple, and I'm just going to stamp it on, just like you would on your non-stick craft mat. But we're just doing it on the jelly plate. Now, I don't know how big of a jelly plate you have, but you can, depending on the paper you have, just stick to the middle, which I probably should have done, but I never follow rules. And I'm just putting these. I can't wait to get my other colors. I don't want too much brown, because brown can end up making a poopy color, and nobody really wants a poopy color. You see, I'm just giving it one quick stamp. Now look, I'm a mixed media artist. Maybe you're not. Maybe this doesn't appeal to you. Maybe you're like, girl, I'm not using my, let's do like just a little bit here. I'm not using my new, stamp pad to do this. Don't. You can go to your craft store, Walmart, whatever. They have ink pads for $1. Go buy your Roy G. Biv and have at it. Have fun. Do you know what I mean? So now I have them on here. It's hard to see the colors a little bit because it is a little dirty. I should have cleaned it, and I'm just giving it a spray, and I can see it bubbles up a little bit, and I'm okay with that. So I'm not going for a very opaque. If we get opaque, hey, all the better. But so I'm just gonna, okay, so it is bubbling. You know what? Let me move this over here. Let's first, before we spray this out, maybe we don't want to spray out. Maybe we don't want it to necessarily be like that, although I think it'll be cool, so we'll have both. But let's just lay it down and see what we get. You just give it your little, and you can roll it. I mean, some of us with hand issues, you guys have written to me before saying that you don't like to use your hands, like, to rub it. So use your sprayer, lift it up. Okay. So we got some watercolor. I'm digging this more than this, obviously. So I'm going to re-put ink on, and then or the ink pads, and we're going to spray it and get this kind of look, because that is great. I mean, this, no big deal, because we can rip the paper. It's all a learning experience. All right, let's do it again. So I'm just going to stamp. And stamp. gonna stay a little closer. Maybe stamp twice. Maybe that'll be the trick. And you see, I can just dot anywhere I want. You don't necessarily have to put the whole thing. I'm going to use, well, no, we'll stick with the distress right now. We'll just stick with that. I really dig that pink though, so I think I'm going to lighten it up here with a little pink. Now, you can definitely take, you know, a makeup sponge. Do I have one sitting here? I probably don't. I probably don't. Let's see if this is hard. That's what she said. All right, so I just have this makeup sponge, and I'm just going to dab it. And you see we get a little bit on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so that's, and it's not wet. If I wet it, let's just wet it a little bit and kind of dry it off. And do a little more. Oh yeah. Hey, that's not bad. And you can even do that on your paper or ATC. So that's a whole other game too. Okay. I'm not going to put any more of the vintage photo down because I don't want it to get dark. And then I think I'm going to just spray my brayer, right? Just a little bit. Let's see if we can control it a bit and kind of roll it. It might need a little bit more water. Oh, look at that pretty color though. Remember, we're going for like a watery color look, not necessarily a nice opaque look. So I'm just kind of spreading it. It might all go together like mud. I don't know. Because it looks like it's orange on there, but let's see. I'm going to spray it a little bit. I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to roll it. Yep, it went brown. That's all right. How do you learn unless you do it? And my paper went up, so. Okay. Oh no, that looks pretty. That came out really pretty. Look at that. Why did I say it like that? Like I was gagging. I don't know. Look how nice. That's not bad. That is not bad for using your ink pads, right? Okay, so. Woo! Okay, excitement, excitement. Okay, so now what I'm going to try is I'm going to grab my, this is a Distress ink. And where's my other one? I had a red one around here somewhere, but good gods only knows where it went. Okay, so again with the voice count. This one, I'm going to have Dave bring up my other ones. What do we got here? I'll use my stays on. So we'll just do these three right now. And I'm going to leave whatever's on there, except maybe a cat hair that I just see. Because my cats love getting up here and drinking my paint water. I have to make sure I clean it very often. All right, now I'm just stamping, right? I'm not even going to worry about the colors blending or all, but I'm going to keep them kind of together, kind of close. You know what I could do? You know what I should do? Wonder if, all right, I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to do the one color and just lightly go over it just to distribute a little bit. Now remember, we're going for a watercolor look. This is Squeezed Lemon in Distressed Ink, by the way. And then I'm going to just add a little bit more of that. And then I'm going to go in with some Festive Berries, because who doesn't like a festive berry? And when that mixes, of course, that's going to go a little orange as well. So we're getting, you know, that's why I always tell you guys Roy G. Biv, because you can get nice colors. All right. And you can see I'm probably going to have to spray it a bit, but I'm okay. If you just roll it back and forth. Okay. Kind of wipe that off. And then we're going to go with some Stays On Midnight Blue. And of course, we'll get some green. I'm not going to put too much of this in because it will, I don't want it to blow out too much of the color. You know what I mean? Now with the yellow, of course, it'll make some green. And we'll just go. And then with the red, it'll make some purple. Because that's just how that works. All right. All right. So you see, and then I'm going to take a little bit, just the squeeziest squeeze, kind of to reactivate. Not too much, but enough. Now, if you really have room and patience, which I have neither, you can have a piece of paper next to you and roll off, and then you're getting a whole other sheet of goodness right there. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. And then I'm just going to roll, and you can see that rolls off? You do that on a sheet of paper each time, and you get some deliciousness there. Okay. And now, oh, look at this. Look at the texture you get. Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. Come on. I'm blown away. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So this is good. This is really good. But what I want to try is one more thing. I'm going to try one more thing with these, and then, okay, so I'm going to do some more of the blue, the Stays On blue, but of course, whatever blue you have, and I'm just going to kind of stick in the middle here, like this. And then I'm going to spray it with some water. And, whoops. This is one of the Martha Stewart rollers, and I love it because you see it has this little boopy on there, so it doesn't get on your desk to get everything wet. So if I keep paint on here, okay, now this is permanent, so it's not, once it's dry, it's kind of there. So that's all right. We'll work with it. I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna do some of this Distress ink up here, and here, and here, and then some yellow, like this. You can see a little red on there. Of course, you could take, a paper towel or whatever and just kind of clean it off with a little bit of water, and it'll come off. It's not the biggest deal. Don't waste that on your sponge, though. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to spray it. And you definitely can see the permanent doesn't bubble up as much, but that's okay. And I'm going to strategically kind of roll kind of in to kind of mix those colors a little bit. Okay. Yeah, and let's see what happens. Using this, I mean, you can use a roly-poly, or you could use, a can or a paint, your water bottle, and that gets it down there, a squeegee, whatever you have. Don't be hung up on little details like that. Now, I might have stained this. Who knows? I don't care because it won't come up again, but look. So you can see we're definitely still blocked. Now, what we'll do is I'll do another coat on top of this, another layer. And we'll do all right, we shall do one of these. This is the color box, excuse my arm, the ones that look like this. And I'm just going to stamp it. And then I'm going to grab yellow, which has green all over it, so you know me. I'm down with OPP. Okay, look how nice. Now look, I can even use these shapes if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to. I'll roll it up. Okay, so those are all the ones I'm going to use from there. And then I'm going to take my Olata, and I'm going to squirt it, and then I'm going to roll it. Not too much because I don't want it to get brown and poopy colored. Unless you want brown and poopy, then by all means. I'm going to take a lid and see if I can get any texture, because it is a lot of water, so you're not going to get clear, crisp. But I like seeing what we're going to get. And then I'm going to put this paper, but we got to be quick. So I'm going to put it down. I'm going to do like this and then lift it up. And you see how you get some of that color over that? Almost the watercolor. Now, mind you, you're not using watercolor paper or mixed media paper. This is paper that's going to soak up moisture. But you can see right here how it took that off. So let's see if we have any more, because we need some for up here. I'm going to just stick this like this. Not bad. Like I said, you rip this apart. You got some good things. Not my favorite, but it's not bad. Let's do one more thing. I'm thinking. I can make sure it's shut, because I'll never shut it. I'm going to use, let's do this. Okay. Like I said, you can get, I mean, it won't be distress inks, but you can get, and I'm not going to wet it this time, but while it's wet, I'm going to roll it. But you can get dollar ink pads at AC Moore. They have all that dollar stuff. All right, so I'm just rolling it right now. Okay, and then I can roll it out on the edges to get that extra off. And then what I'm gonna do, let's see if I can get this to work. I'm gonna use a big one. This is from Plaid, I believe, yeah. And I'm just gonna stamp and stamp, and let's see. This might not be thick enough to pick it up. Let's see if we get any imprints when we go to do this. And then of course I'll just press this on the back to clean it off. We're on another piece of paper, and you get that deliciousness. And then we're just rolling. Okay, like I said, you don't want to do too much because it will stick and tear your paper. It's happened. I don't care. But look at that. And you see how it picked it up? And you get that print. Look at that. So that's just with ink pads. So I could sit here for hours, but I'm not, because why bore you? I will be back within the next couple days doing a jelly, I want to call it a jelly roll, but a jelly plate print video that you guys have been requesting. So I will see you then. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Remember, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Progress before perfection, or instead of perfection. Progress instead of perfection. And please like this video if you enjoy my videos. I appreciate it. Please share me around. And as always, have a great day. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.